Welcome, my bubbly boys and girls. In this series, I made a new account on Yu-Gi-Oh! Masterduel, and I'm going to be making a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck from scratch and progressively work my way up all the way to Master 1. But here's the twist. I can't spend a single cent on this game whatsoever, at all. So, with our limited resources and the constantly evolving metagame in Yu-Gi-Oh! Masterduel, will we succeed? You're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Masterduel from the ground up.
What is up, my bubbly boys? In our video, and today we are in episode 2 of Masterduel from the ground up. So this is episode 2 of this series I've been made. Basically, last episode, what happened was we started a new account and we did a bunch of solo mode and missions and stuff like that in order to get enough gems in order to make a deck. So we haven't made the deck yet, so now we are almost basically over the limit on gems so far. We have 10,000 gems and then we have 400 in our gift box, and then now we have to decide on a deck that we have to do. So we need a deck. So the top decks that I checked at the time of recording is Snake Eye at number 1, Labyrinth, Super Heavy Samurai, Tearlaments, and Branded Despia are some of the top decks, and then Math Mech, of course, Kashtira, stuff like that. So that's sort of the meta that we have to be looking out for, and of course any rogue decks, especially in the lower ranks. So we have to look out for those, but those shouldn't be really a problem. We just have to figure out what deck we have to choose. So we have to get a deck doesn't have too many URs, because URs are definitely the hardest to get. So let's see here. So we have, options are like, you guys know I love Live Twin. So Live Twin, of course, pure Live Twin wouldn't be the best option. Sprite got pretty hit in the ban list, so let's see if we search up Sprite real quick. Sprite got freaking demolished in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So as you can see here, Sprite Blue is at 2, and then Sprite Jet is at 1. So you only have 3 starters here. A starter is even at 2, so you don't even have easy access to your not live twin, your Sprite engine. You only have 5 starters, and this really hurts the grind game for Sprite as well. So Sprite, I don't feel like it's a good option. Live twin Sprite is not a good option in my opinion. And if we check the Runic cards over here, if we wanted to build something like Runic with Runic cards in it, let's see. So for Runic cards, Fountain is at 1, and then Freezing Curse is at 2, Slumber is at 2, Destruction is at 1, and then Tip is at 2. That's really, they hit Runic a lot. I honestly didn't know how much they hit Runic. And we also don't want to hit the top deck, one of the top decks either. Like, we don't want to play one of those. Reason being is that I don't want to play a deck that, because we don't know how long it's going to take to get into master rank. So by playing a top deck, and if it potentially gets hit on the ban list, like Master Duel gets more ban lists than the TCG, and it's like we are unsure if the deck that we are playing, if we play a top deck, will get hit, and then we won't be able to. It will probably most likely not be unplayable, but to an extent won't be as good as we need to if we're trying to reach master 1. So so we gotta hit like more of a, we gotta play more of a mid-range deck as well, so, and a more resilient deck to hand traps and stuff like that, because a lot of people are playing hand traps. So, and we need a deck that could actually do pretty well against hand traps. So my decision out of choices were either Labyrinth or some other decks I had in mind. Resonators were good too. I mean, like our Red Dragon Archfiend, I was also thinking about too. But the only problem is I don't think it will be enough to get to Master 1, to be honest. So I've been looking into researching, doing the data, and just looking at what decks would actually be viable. And until I came across this deck, I think maybe the best deck to play in Master Duel right now. Most likely it's not going to get hit, and even if it does get hit, like they did in the TCG, oh no. And it has barely any URs. Like, guys, this deck is actually going to be really, really insane and really, really easy to play. Like, this deck is actually freaking insane, especially with Live Twin. So basically my deck of choice will be Unchained Live Twin. So now that we have our deck figured out, we gotta build it. So for starters, we're gonna run 3 Sharvara, of course, 3 Abomination. And what's nice about this, the only URs for Unchained are the Yama, the Unchained Sharvara, and then Abomination. But we only need 1 Abomination and 2 Yama, which is actually really, really insane. Next, we're gonna run 3 Escape, 2 Chamber. I mean, we could run 3 Chamber. I'm not sure. I actually would rather the Wailing, just have it like another option. And then one of each of these, 3 Aruha, maybe 2 Sarama, and then 1 Reikya. And of course, 1 of this and 2 of this. So now that we have the Unchained cards here, now we gotta pick the Live Twin cards. So we're gonna search up Live Twin here, if I can spell. So we're gonna search up Live Twin here, right here. Okay, so next after that, I think we want to play 3 Lila, 3 Sunny Snitch. Let's see, maybe 1 Frost and then 2 Keyskill. I think that's not that bad of ratio. Maybe a Secret Password. I'm not sure though. This is pretty like debatable here. And now we got to think about hand traps. Now hand traps are pretty important right now, especially with the new meta that's in Masterduel right now. Good thing we don't have things like SP Low Knight to deal with and stuff like that. And so we gotta think about hand traps. So one thing that's really good about hand traps and stuff like that, we also do have access. So if we go back over here to the shop, we actually do have some bundles we could buy in order to get some easy URs and for a really cheap price. And we also get free staples as well. So if we end up don't get anything really good out of these packs, we also still get really good staple overall. So if we go down here to where the bundle deals are, we have a bunch of them. So I think we did Ash Blossom last episode, so now we get to have all of these other ones here too. So let's try going for Nibiru. I think Nibiru will be very impactful and very, very useful card, and at least one of it will actually be really, really good to have. So we're gonna buy this bundle here, and we're getting free 10 packs for 750 when usually cost 1,000 gems. So really, really good deal here. So let's open these packs and see what we could get. So I don't think anything is going to be in this one. All right, nope. So we're going to go to the next one. All right, holy, okay, we got upgraded pack. This is actually really, really, really nice here. Okay, so we're at least gonna get at least 2. Okay, we have at least 2 URs, maybe 2 URs, maybe. Okay, Neo Tempest. Okay, and then the Monarch. So we can actually use this as material for our other URs in our deck. So this actually be really nice. If we aren't able to make enough URs, we have to come up with a backup plan, backup deck, in order to grind up the rank in order to get the URs that we need. So now we're gonna go to Master Pack number 4. This I don't think will have anything. Nope. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Alright, we have 1 here. Okay, 1 super. Alright, so we have Balance the Lord. Alright, that's another really good card that we could use for SR fodder. Okay, we have another 1 here that we could use for super rare fodder. Of course, we could use that for crafting. So really doesn't depend. Like even if we don't get any Unchained cards, it doesn't matter because the pulls that we get will just mostly go toward crafting. We can maybe go for the Unchained pack if they have it, and to go for maybe hard pulling those Unchained cards. That way it'll be easier to craft everything instead, and use those URs instead to craft different things, like hand traps, for example. So I think this will be the second to last pack. Okay, we're getting a bunch of supers here, and we have Evil Twin Challenge too. That's actually sweet. I'm gonna actually keep that. I wouldn't decraft that. Okay, so now we have 2. Okay, we have 3 pulls here. Okay, this is actually nice. We have 3. Okay, 2. All right, 3 SRs. 3 SRs right here. So we actually have a pretty good, decent amount of SRs here, so that we can use for crafting. And then we also have a UR too, which is actually really nice. And we also get the Nibiru, which will be really, really useful staple in the future. Now we have to choose another one. So I think Infinite Impermanence will be our next choice of card. So let's see what we get in here. And let's see what we have. So we actually got 2 URs and then a bunch of super rares too. Then we also got infinite impermanence. So now let's go on to another bundle. Let's try to get another bundle here and see what else we could get. So I think the next bundle should be Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is really nice to use. Let's see what we could get in this pack. And now we actually got 4 URs in this bundle. So really nice. And we also get Effect Veiler, so we could use these as fodder. And as well, we also got a really nice Royal Rare Time Wizard of Tomorrow. So let's go on to, let's see what else bundles that we have. Alright, so I think we're only going to get one more bundle for now. Depends. I may get the Forbidden Droplet one too, but I think Triple Tax's Talent will be a better choice instead of Forbidden Droplet. So because I want to see if we could actually hard pull these Unchained cards and be able to save our UR points from other UR cards we got in order to make other stuff like hand traps, etc. So now we actually have actually 3 staples, and we're about to get our 4th one here. Now we're just gonna go open up a bunch of these packs and see what else we could get. I'm actually gonna skip here. Okay, so actually I actually skipped here, so I don't want to bore you guys too much with opening packs. That we want to get into the matches, of course. So I've skipped this here, and now we got 1 UR, and we got 4 SRs. So really nice, and that will be really good for the deck. You know what? We're actually gonna go for Forbidden Droplet because the price of this is insane. It's 750. It's only 750. So we're actually gonna skip here too as well. We actually got 1 UR pack, and then we get 2 URs. This is actually really nice here. We got 2 URs and Forbidden Droplet. So this is actually gonna be really nice here. So yeah. So we have a bunch of staples now that we could use here. 1-of staples, but still really good staples that we could use in the future. So now we're gonna go to the, I think what's gonna be the Unchained pack. So if I can find the Unchained pack, it'll be really great. Alright, so this is the pack with the Unchained cards. This one is, yeah, I think that this one is the one with the Unchained cards. So let's try to open up these and see what we could get with these gems that we have left. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna skip here. Okay, we actually got Unchained Abomination. Abomination is gonna be really nice. We actually run that in the deck, so this is actually a really good UR pool because now we could use 30 points of UR to save it for other cards. So let's try it again here. I think we should go with for again. We actually got a lot of SR packs here. Another Abomination, and then we also have Arius, just in case we want to play Labyrinth, and of course the Unchained Sharvara. Really nice here. So this is why I mentioned here, this is why I wanted to do this, because we could save our UR points for other things. So now we're gonna go skip here again. Another Abomination. Another Abomination. We have a full place of Abominations, and then we have, of course, 3 other URs as well, which is gonna be really nice. I'm gonna spend it one last time. We got 3 URs. What is my luck? What is my luck? Look at this. Another Abomination. Oh my god, we got 4 Abominations back to back. And then of course we got another Arius Bonfire. At least it's not $90 here. We actually got it for free. And we got a bunch of other URs too. So for the rest of the gems, I think I'm gonna save it for now until we actually need it. And I think we're going to go ahead and craft some cards and see what we could do with the points that we have.
2 hours later.
Alrighty, so after some thought processes and some adjustments to the deck, this is more or less the finished deck list. I'm running at 41 again because of the bricks to the deck, I'm running the Shyama and the Soul of Disaster, but you can cut the Soul of Disaster if you choose to do so. I did also run, I also crafted more Ash Blossoms to combat Max C, because Max C is definitely a big problem, especially in Master Duel now. So I'm running 3 Ash Blossoms, then 1 Called By too. I did add another Called By. So we technically have 6 cards that we could use to combat against Max C. But if we do get Max C, it is not that big of a deal as well, because we could set up a pretty decent board under Max C. We don't have to set up a huge board, but we could set up a pretty decent board if we have to. So this is more or less a deck list, so I'll just give you a quick rundown on what we're playing. We're running 3 Max C, 1 Key Skill, 3 Lila, 1 Frost, 3 Ash, 3 Aruha, 1 Rakia, 1 Sarama. I did choose to cut 1 Sarama because maybe I didn't think the grind game would come up that much, or like we could summon it from the graveyard anyways, or add it back to hand with the Soul of Rage anyways. But it is in consideration maybe running this at a 42 card deck and maybe adding this in, but it is personal preference right now. I think maybe I will run more in the future if it does come up. 3 Shavara, of course, one of the best cards in the deck, and 1 Shyama, and 1 Soul Disaster, and then of course 1 Abominable Chain Soul as well. And then 1 Nibiru, of course. I think Nibiru is a very impactful card, especially if you pair it up with the other stuff, and it comes up clutch sometimes. So I think running 1 Nibiru is fine. 1 Foolish Burial for extending, 3 Abomination Prison, 2 Tactics Talent, 1 Secret Password, 1 Sunny Snitch. 3 Sunny Snitch, 1 Pot of Prosperity, Wailing of the Unchained at 1. Called By the Grave, you can run 2 if you are able to, but for this build I'm only running 1 because I don't have enough gems. I don't have enough UR points. 3 Escaped and 2 Abominable Unchained Prison. Next, for the extra deck, we're running Phoenix, 1 Phoenix, 2 Soul of Rage, 2 Key Skill, 2 Lila, McCraker, Unchained Soul of Yama, 2 at 2. 1 Unicorn, 1 Anguish, 1 Abomination, 1 Trouble Sunny, and then 1 Underworld Goddess. So this is the deck list I'm going to be working with and trying to reach Master 1 with. So that is it for today's video. Next episode, we are going to be playing some matches and seeing if we are able to do some sort of success with this deck. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.